left, the Dick Weber Legacy and the Dick Weber Legacy Reactive. So that's what we have to give away for here in Kent. Take my eyes off you tomorrow morning if you know the winning score from the championship game today, which you will, of course, if you stay tuned, and I know you will. So,
well, thank you, Chris, very much, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, my pleasure. Thanks.
Nick Vogelgesang starting out in his normal fashion with a crusher. Last week, this man crushed you, Jennifer.
That's right. He did. He put the hurt on me.
Oh, man. I got mad at Bob.
Actually, it wasn't him that beat me. It was the Big Four that beat me twice.
Yeah, back-to-back Big Fours. And Bobby just
took all over it, jumped all over it.
Pulled very, very well, as he has been able to do throughout the years. You shot a very good game, 198, but his 248, again, just a testament to his ability to read the lanes and do it. Throwing a piranha today. It's a ball you happen to like. You had one drilled up at Tri-State, didn't you?
Love it. Great ball. Tri-State's been good to me. I'll tell you what, my equipment always fits well, and they always have good suggestions for me, and they take good care of my kids.
Well, you know, last week the standby was Ackerman, right? Ackerman's been working over at Tri-State for forever, it seems like, and he just missed making the show. Tri-State could have been represented with a real body. How in the world do you leave a 4.6 on that hit?
That's right. That was very unusual. Of course, you never know what to expect when you throw the ball like that.
Well, with a release like this, anything can happen. Crushing strikes or 4.6s in the pocket. That's it. And he cleanly takes one out, goes through, nods his head. I can't believe it either, Nick. I don't know how you do it.
I like that GRR song, too. I'm going to have to tune in for that Frankie Valli one. Of course, I tune in anyway. But
it's like heaven.
And that is an outstanding value. Over $200 worth of bowling equipment.
I want to hold you so much. Okay, all right.
Better not give up your day job.
I can take the hint there. The eyes I was getting. The Miller BPA scoreboard shows Bobby Glandorf perfect through 2. And Nick Vogelgesang with a hole in the second frame. Just really opening it up for Bobby to just take off with this match early, Jen.
Bob is a true veteran of this sport. Been around for a long time. He had some new equipment drilled up, too. I think he had 3 new bowling balls.
Well, that's not too bad. It would be a cheap investment, 3 new bowling balls, if you could throw a 300 game and win a car from Jeff Weiler and the BPA.
It's a Monte Carlo, isn't it?
You betcha. All decked out to the tune of about 20 G's. I'd kind of look slick in that. Too bad I can't bowl that good anymore. Anyway, back to the lanes. Bobby going high. Jennifer, I'm sorry, but these balls to me are not looking like they deserve the types of splits the bowlers are getting.
No, I agree. Seems like the back ends are just jumping so much. It's going real high in behind the head pin, and I don't know. Can't really describe it. But you're right. They don't look like they're deserving.
Oh, great attempt out of Bob Glandorf. What a super attempt. Let's take a look at it here. This is how you got to make it. This is your only chance. That's the 6 pin on the right-hand side of your screen. Going to slide over. Now, if it just wedges between the 7 and the neck would twist around, that's how you make the big
David,
hole,
I don't think I've ever seen that made.
I've made it once, and that, out of all the times I've shot it, I'm not proud of the many times I've left it, but the one time I made it, that's how you make it.
It's great.
Nick coming back as champions do with an open frame, capitalizing on Bob's misfortune.
Nick, of course, married to Ginger Vogelgesang. She was our top women. And just a reminder, there's $200 prize fund and $100 for second each week for the women. So I just would like to invite you to all come on out. There's so many fantastic women bowlers in Cincinnati, and that's a lot of money we're giving away.
Yes, I am. Okay, we're moving now. We've got the prize list from Madison Bowl. Jen, it's got a couple of familiar names up there.
Jerry Jeter with a 759. Jonathan John. Riga Kalfas, one of our all-time favorites. Roger Spencer. And Chuck DeGaro with a 740. Wow.
Not too shabby.
Outstanding.
Great scores here at Madison Bowl. Bobby Glandorf, right-hand lane, coming off of a split. Throws a pretty good shot, leaves a 4-pin, Jen.
You know, once again, I just think the back ends are really starting to rip. You got to compensate for that.
Yes, you do.
Both players.
Very comfortable being back. Year number 31. Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, I'll share something with you may or may not know. You read about it in the papers once in a while, but you people that watch this show are responsible for us being here, okay? If we didn't have the audience, we wouldn't be back. 31 years, okay? No other bowling show in the country, to my knowledge, has survived more than 4 years. We are in our 31st year, a real testament to the fans of bowling in the greater Cincinnati area.
And we thank you.
Bobby left-hand lane, did he solve it? Yes, he did.
Yes, that time going light.
Okay, let's look at his footwork. It is super. Little heel-toe action out of Bobby. Little shuffle step at the end, that's right. And then he just absolutely tears the cover. Head pin goes to the wall, comes off, and does all the damage.
Outstanding adjustment. Oh, Nick's got an adjustment of his own. They're called strikes.
Nick's saying, I don't care what you do. I got a 14-pin lead. I can win this match.
I know how to stay ahead.
Now, is Nick having a bad hair day, or what is this? A little bit of electricity in the air, or what?
With his headshot before, I thought he looked just like his son, Nicholas.
They do.
It started to crack me up for a minute there, and I think it was the hair sticking up. I couldn't put my finger on it.
They look great. Nick Vogelgesang, one of our greatest players that we've ever had.
See, that looks just like his son.
Yeah.
That cracks me up.
He's got a good-looking son. Got a little cow lick there, but I don't know. Maybe we can get to that. He is in the lead, 24 pins. Bobby Glandorf's got a lot of work to do and very little paper to do it with.
Again, high. Just not making the adjustment he needs to make on that lane 8.
You know, it's an old habit. I said not much paper left here at Madison Bowl. They've got state-of-the-art AMF automatic scorers. Makes bowling and scoring more easier for you. So if you don't even know how to keep score, you can still come out and bowl. Of course, after watching the show for 31 years, all of our viewers surely know how to keep score by now.
Exactly. Nick Vogelgesang also has a daughter, Tiffany, who's 8.5 months old. Tiffany and Nicholas. They live on the west side of town, originally from Lawrenceburg.
Can't take my eyes off you. God, can't get that song out of my mind. Yeah, that's a gorgeous tune.
Oh.
Going a little wide and leaving the not so often left 2-7. Now, Jennifer, I'll tell you what, I'll make a little wager on this. Even up, he makes this one. Because this is
by far the easier than the 310, that's for sure.
Spare is one of the easiest splits to make in the game for a right-handed bowler. You can make it 2 ways, outside or in. There you go, there's the outside way.
I usually opt for the inside, though, don't you?
I play a zone.
Do you?
Yeah, I go either way anymore. My game's not sharp enough to really pick a point.
Pick away?
I just go for it.
Oh, man, did he get ripped on that one.
Well, here's the thing, Jen. He can put the match in the bag. It's all over with this ball, but watch the 6-pin. Second pin from the right-hand side of your screen, go around the belly, right where it's got to be, folks. A bad 10-pin is where the pin shoots up in the air and around the neck. That was around the belly. Nick, you got a bad break.
Nick, again, going straight at that 10-pin. It's just phenomenal how his spare game has come around. He's definitely a full all-around bowler.
25 pins. Nick Vogelgesang in the lead due to little misfortune on the behalf of Bobby Glandorf, last week's king of bowling. At this point, it's not looking real good for Bob, but if the 10-pin does not cooperate, Bobby can get back in this match.
No, that was more of a weak 10-pin out of Nick, something you don't see very often.
There you see the old-fashioned paper. and the newfangled computers all at the same time right here at Madison Bowl.
AMF Magic Score.
And Nick taking a look over at the sheet, seeing what kind of padding he has to work with. 24 pins. It's not enough to shut him out if Bobby Glandorf, the king from week number 1, can take it off the sheet. He's got a chance.
Much better. Oh, wow. Wow.
What a reaction on the 10-pin, Jennifer. It happened so quick. I have no idea what even took it out. Let's watch this one together, folks. Just keep your eyes in the middle of the screen and watch for what pin comes off the wall.
Head pin.
It's the head pin. Unbelievable. You don't see that too often on that one. Did Bobby like it? Yes. Gotta like that one, Bobby. That was very unique. He's got to take it to the wall. Got to max it out. See what happens.
Oh, and he is not. Oh, man. 3 or 4 pins around that 7 pin, and nothing takes it out.
Does Nick think he's got a chance now? Looks pretty confident to me.
Definitely. He's in real good shape.
Well, Bobby spares and strikes. He can go 202. Nick's got 196 without throwing a ball.
That was an excellent shot out of Bobby after going light 2 consecutive frames in a row on lane 7. Makes an adjustment when he needs it. Like I said, 3 or 4 pins right around the 7, and nothing knocks it down.
Could have went either way, and went high a little earlier. He was a little frustrated there, but he bowled incredibly well last week and actually executed pretty well this week. A couple of bad breaks on hits that to me didn't look quite that high, but nevertheless he finishes with a 201 game. All Nick needs is count.
That's the best one you can get.
Count, he does.
10 in the bag.
Count.
Somebody's having some fun.
That's right. Sound like count.
I hear some
Vogelgesang.
Indians coming in.
Yeah. Get out of the way. A new king is crowned for week number 2. BPA King of Bowling. You're looking at him. Nick Vogelgesang tears the place up, and you will see him next week to defend his title. Bobby Glandorf. What a great sport, though. Good match. Nick takes it off the sheet for 236. Bobby can put his equipment away and go home.
Bam.
236. Nick Vogelgesang, our new king of BPA bowling, and 201 Bobby Glandorf is defeated. Stay tuned. We're going to hand out some money, some plaques, and talk to a few people in just a moment. Stay with us.
Oldies equals W.